Hi guys, it's your girl here, ADB, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk.
Cause I'm living my life like I know I should.
Sorry guys if you hear talking in the background, that is my mum. She's talking to my grandparents, so I can't really get her to keep the voice down as much as I try, child. But yeah, today guys, if you can't already tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about Black women and safe spaces. Do we have any? In the words of Castro,
is this a safe place? Is this a safe place?
The reason I even want to talk about this is because I have realised that Black women just do not have enough safe spaces. We don't have a lot of people, a lot of spaces, a lot of places where we can go and feel like, you know, no matter what happens to us, we're going to be looked after, we're going to be cared for. People are going to treat us and see us as human beings. And that's really disturbing to me because I just feel like as human beings, first and foremost, you know, we should be looking after each other. Warranted, it doesn't always happen. Of course, everyone is different. And of course, there is the obvious topic of racism. I feel like if it comes to like correcting, policing, and telling us off, everyone is happy to do that to a Black woman. But when it comes to keeping us safe, protecting us, and, you know, telling others to treat us well, it's crickets, literally crickets. That is, like I said, concerning to me, and it's sad because, you know, a lot of the time Black women are demonized for the way they come across, you know, being hard to approach, being intimidating, you know, always seeming angry all the time, bitter, loud, you name it, you know, all the negative stereotypes you can think of, Black women are associated with it, right? But a lot of the time when Black women are acting this way, it's actually in reaction to something. I'm not saying all the time, that's why I said a lot of the time. At least from my experiences, just looking at the Black women around me, the stories that I've read, and even myself, a lot of the time, if I've ever been really standoffish or I've really been upset or I've been quite stern in the way that I approach someone or the way I handle a situation, it's actually because of the way I've been treated in the initial instance. And I'm a very tolerant person, as in I can tolerate a lot, but even that in itself, it's really something that I just think a lot of Black people in general have internalized, that tolerating of, you know, behavior that's just really honestly unacceptable and unfavorable and unkind. But we tolerate it a lot because we just want to assimilate, we just want to appease people. And to be honest, we just don't want the drama. You know, we already know the noise, the stereotypes, the narrative that, you know, is portrayed when a Black person gets upset, when a Black person gets into an altercation, into a disagreement, etc. So we're already just trying to avoid that at all costs. But sometimes you do have to just draw the line. And I feel like when we do react, that is what people judge us on, and they never go further to find out what the cause is. While when other non-Black people, you know, have those same similar reactions, people want to get to the root of it. There must be a reason why this person reacted like this. And you see it all the time. Like, I see it online, but I've actually seen it in real life. Now, I'm not saying it's the same for every situation, but for a lot of situations, like I said, that I've come across, I've seen, I've experienced, that is the case. People are very quick to demonize us and to vilify us when we're just having human reactions. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, bang out of order, like, you know, just shouting out, uncontrollable, you know, just doing the most. Why? What is this thing with humbling Black women? I am convinced some of you are very much obsessed with putting Black women down, putting Black women in a box. As Black women, just like even on a normal day-to-day, our identity is pigeonholed into what we can look like, sound like, what our interests can be, and it's just really annoying. That is the reason why TalksWithAdaB exists. That is why I'm a Woman exists. This is why I do what I do. Have a weird, quirky, cringy that looks to you, that is what it is. I am creating my own safe space, and I want to encourage and invite other Black women to do the same. If you feel like people around you, people in your family, people in your friendship group, people in your community are not providing that for you, provide it for yourself. Create your own bubble, fam. Create your own bubble. Do you, because at the end of the day, you've got one life, and I'll be damned if Black women like myself out there feel imprisoned and trapped by, you know, culture, by society, and by people that honestly just don't really even care about you or what is best for you. At the end of the day, you can't live life to its fullest if you are constantly feeling under attack, if you're constantly feeling like you have to defend yourself, if you're constantly feeling like You can't express yourself, especially creatively, without being scrutinized. But I'm really proud of many Black creators, from Issa Rae, Bree Runway, and so many others. I will list them all here, that are doing things at different levels in different industries, honestly just owning who they are and embracing who they are and doing it unapologetically, but also not even doing it in a way that is like, I'm trying to get your attention. You can just tell they're genuinely being themselves, and I think that is what is making people of all races actually gravitate to them, because this is where humans connect. You know, when humans just behave like normal people, and by normal I just mean people that, you know, have some empathy, have some compassion, extend grace, you know, and love one another and care for one another as it was always intended to be. So that's just how I feel. I really want to see Black women just feeling comfortable to be themselves, whatever that looks like. You know, if you love anime and you love manga and you want to speak Japanese, oh my gosh, do it. If you want to do capoeira, you want to learn judo and karate, do it. You know, if you love wigs and weaves and you want to be the best MUA and hairdresser in town, gosh, just do it. If you want to be a salsa dancer, rumba dancer, whatever, just do it. Just be yourself. Whatever you love, do that, embrace that, and create your own safe space. Stop looking to these groups, because sometimes I do feel like, because even me, when I started, I've said this in my recent interview with the Black Creative Handbook, when I started, I was looking for those online communities. That's why I was in love with YouTube, because I could see weird Black women like me on the screen for the first time, and I felt so good watching these people, because I was like, yes, that, like, I identify, I understand, like, I like those things too, I want to do those things too, but no one around me really wants to do those things. But that was me at my truest, like when I was just free. I was doing animation, I was learning languages, I was editing, I was songwriting, writing stories, poems, I was doing everything, acting, dancing, whatever just felt innate to me, I did it. And along the way, I allowed different experiences to strip that from me. And I feel like as human beings in general, I think we can all identify with that. But for some reason, when it comes to Black women, people just don't care. They just don't business. They don't have no empathy. And we're just expected to be these superhumans. And I'm like, no, we are people. If you can go through the motions, if you can break down and cry, if you can get depressed and sick, if you can lose faith sometimes, guess what? So can a Black woman. And it would be really nice if other people would just recognize that and allow Black women to be. Just allow us to be. But even then, Black women, even if they don't allow us to be, please be. Just be. That's what I'm learning to do. No matter what the situation is, no matter who I'm in front of, I am going to be authentic me. I'm a multi-dimensional being, and so are you. So if you can understand that for you, then please try and understand that and see it for Black women as well. Give Black women that grace to just be. But Black women, give yourself that grace first and foremost. Don't wait for somebody or a women's empowerment group to validate that experience for you, or to give you that virtue signal to say, yeah, go ahead and be you. Just start today. Do it. Do the things that you love. Sometimes, I can't even lie, Black women, especially if you're a first daughter, we've been taught to internalize a lot of the things that we go through, especially our trauma, and things that, you know, are happening in the household. So I think all of that does kind of also create a barrier in the way that we sometimes can relate to people. And I think the way that it shows itself is that to people, other people who don't know Black people and who don't really care to know or understand you as a person, it can come across quite intimidating, because you might have a very stern exterior, you might be very blunt like me, and you might be very just kind of like cutthroat, like to the point, like, okay, what next? What have you done to resolve this, etc., etc. When really all it is that it's just you're anxious. You know, you're anxious, you're worried, you're scared of things going wrong, you just want to see things go right, you don't actually want to upset people, so rather than get close to them, you'd rather just keep that wall there. There's so many different things that play into the way that, you know, we present ourselves sometimes as Black women. But nonetheless, I'm not going to sit here and condemn us. I'm not going to sit here and crucify us for that. You know, I feel like we're all in a space right now in the world where we identify that mental health is a real thing, and taking care of it is extremely important, as well as your spiritual being. I do think in the world right now, with the pandemic and everything going on, we are aware of the importance of mental health. And I think as Black women, I just want us to heal. I want us to take time to heal. I want us to take time to look after ourselves. And like I said, create that safe space. Stop waiting for the quote unquote right time or a group of people to give you permission to do that. You go and do that for you so you can live your life to the fullest. It's enough. Like, I'm tired of the stereotypes. I'm tired of the played out rhetorics about Black women, about our lives, about who we are, about how we are as partners, as friends, as members of society, as mothers, etc., etc. I'm so tired. It's just time for us to just be who we are and allow the people that love us and embrace us to do so, and those who don't, to take a back seat. You know, they can be in the rear view and we're not looking there too tough unless we need to, you know, watch out for something, or, you know, just quickly be reminded of why we cannot make certain choices again, etc., etc. But yeah, like I said, in the words of Cash Doll, is this a safe space? It can be. It can be. TalksWithAdaB is definitely a safe space. And I love that all the women that have come through have definitely expressed that to me and have shared so much. That's why I really encourage you guys to go and watch the content, not just to support me, but to actually go and listen to other Black women telling you for themselves who they are, what their stories are, what their journeys are, and what they've done to persevere and get to the point where they're at now. Because they're doing amazing things. And trust me, if you ain't seen their names already, you will do. Hey, you'll get to say that you saw on TalksWithAdaB first. At the end of the day, the message applies to everyone. Look after yourselves, love yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the thumbs up to like it, and yeah, share it, comment, let me know what you think, and share it with your friends. You never know, someone could be really, in your circle, could really be using this message right now, and I'm delivering it. So yeah, until next time, guys, bye.